Welcome back to my channel. It's your boy Cole, and on this video I'm going to be showing you guys how to turn this basic sphere into no other but the famous Nintendo character Link from Zelda. I'm going to be using Blender as my software. I have little to no experience sculpting in Blender, but that's no excuse. Be sure to stay to the end of this video if you want to see this sculpt become a masterpiece or a disaster. So strap up your seatbelts and let's get right into it. Let's start things from the beginning. Before starting the sculpt, I had no idea what I wanted to do. I was a victim of art block, but with some time and patience, I came up with the perfect challenge. I gathered 8 random characters, numbered those 1 through 8, and used a random number wheel to find my winner. I also needed help finding the style. I jotted down 6 random animation styles and used the number wheel to find the winner for that as well. Now we know we're going to be sculpting Link in an anime style. Moving on, I decided to sketch out Link in an anime style in Clip Studio Paint. This is going to be the main reference that I use for my project. That's going to be enough with the pre-production. We can finally move on to Blender and let's begin our sculpt. To start off the sculpting, I blocked out my main character's head using a basic UV sphere. In the beginning stage, I wanted to keep everything as low poly as possible and just make sure I am blocking out my character's head correctly. Moving forward, I'm going to add placeholders for my eyes, nose, and mouth. After that, I'm going to add some ears, and I'm going to add a little bit of details to that. Also, as you can see in the video, this is my first project since the new 4.3 update, and I'm a big fan of the new tool interface. The visualization of the tools is very satisfying, and it's easy to operate. Now back to the sculpt. I'm going to add a mirror modifier to my ears, then I'm going to add a new UV sphere, rotate that, and add a mirror modifier to have my placeholders for my eyes. Then I'm going to just refine the face a little bit more to make it look more like my character. Now at this point of the project, I decided to restart my mouth. I'm going to refine the details a little bit more so it can be closer to my reference. Then I'm going to just smooth out the details to the face so my character can start looking younger. After I get my sculpt to a comfortable spot, I'm going to use a mask to block out my character's neck. Then I'm going to remesh the ears and add a little bit more details to it. Throughout sculpting my project, I used the same rotation of tools. This made me feel more comfortable while sculpting as a beginner. I also decided to work with some tools I wasn't familiar with. I really wanted to challenge myself during this project. Moving forward, I'm going to just keep repeating the process of softening my details and adjusting my face to where I want it to get the proper anatomy. I can really say I struggle with the lips the most, but I finally decided to use reference and that made the process so much easier. So don't try to do things by imagination, just make a stockpile of references. Now that I finally have my lips where I want them, I'm going to start adding details to my character's neck. I'm going to use clay strips to add more definition, then I'm going to use my softener tool. Now that I have the neck at a comfortable spot, I'm going to switch my focus back to my character's head. And as I mentioned earlier, I'm going to continue to soften up my character's details so he can look younger. Then I'm going to switch to the Draw Sharp tool and add some facial features to my character. And I'm going to just keep repeating those steps until my character looks as close to a teenage Link as possible. And I'm going to just finish up the modeling by adding some more detail to my character's face. Now we're going to add some details to our character and bring him to life. To make our character look more like Link, we're going to start off with the hair. As I mentioned earlier, I have little to no experience sculpting in Blender, so I decided to search YouTube and find a good tutorial on how to make anime hair. Which leads me to the tutorial I found by Jan Sculpts. This tutorial was very simple and easy to follow. He teaches us how to use curved paths to make hair strands. Now I did struggle with this technique at first, but with some practice and repetition, I finally got the hang of it. I really enjoyed how the finished product of the hair strand looked. It really gave my character a nice anime style, just what I was going for. So I'm gonna just keep duplicating that and forming it around my character's head until I get a full head of hair. And if you would like to check this tutorial out for yourself, the link will be in the description. Now that I finally finished adding all the hair strands, I'm going to move on to add the placeholders for my character's skin and eyes. After adding the finishing touches to the hair, I'm going to finally add in my character's hat. Adding the fleece hat definitely made my character more recognizable as Link. After finishing up with the hat, I'm going to move on to add a torso. I'm going to block out a basic chest and a t-shirt to go with it. After I finish blocking out the t-shirt, I'm going to add some ripples to it so it can look more cloth-like. Then I'm going to add some more details to it. Now that I'm finished adding the details, I'm going to finally add in the color placeholder. Then I'm going to add a color attribute so I can add the shadows and highlights to my sculpt. Now we're finally going to get rid of those old placeholders. Now we're at the conclusion of the sculpt. To finish everything up, I'm just going to add the final lights to the scene, and last but not least, the camera animation. And that's going to be it for this one. If you've been enjoying my Blender journey so far, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Also, don't forget to like this video. And last but not least, be sure to comment how I can improve in Blender and my YouTube videos. Enough talking, enjoy the finished product. And that's going to be it for your boy. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. It took a lot of effort to record and edit this for you guys. So like I said earlier, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit the like button. And if you made it to the end of this video, comment pineapples. And that's going to be all for this one. Till next time.